Improve the damn culture. What's up, everybody? My name is Emil. We're back again with another episode of Improve the Damn Culture Show. All right, let's hop into it. Today, I got an exciting day for you guys today. We're going to talk about black superheroes, right? The top 10 black superheroes that we as black people feel are superheroes in our neighborhoods, right? So I'm going to identify 10 types of people who we aspire to be. Now, when I go in and we start talking about these individuals, let's not think about the money. Let's just think about what they do, right? What are they actually doing? So that way, I'm trying to paint a picture to show everyone and expose what our culture is about. Now, don't even talk. We could talk about the money, but I'm not really concerned with the money because anybody can pay you any amount of money to do anything, right? As long as they think it's valuable, but it may not be helping our culture, right? So let's just focus on what they do. All right. Number one, we got sports players. Yes, sports players. Now, I'm going to use LeBron James as an example, right? LeBron James, yes, he makes hundreds of millions of dollars. Yes, hundreds of millions of dollars. But that's not even much money when you compare it to the how much money the people that are paying him actually make. So I don't want to talk about the money. Let's talk about what he does. What's LeBron James do? What's he known for? He's known for playing with a ball. Playing with a ball, right? Whether you're shooting that basketball, running up and down the court, dunking it, or whatever, you are playing with a ball. So you have millions of these black kids looking up to someone who gets millions of dollars for playing with a ball. And that's really what he's doing, right? Bouncing it, shooting it. He's probably one of the best who ever done it, right? But at the end of the day, he's playing with a ball. So we have children looking up to him to play with a ball just like him. All right. Number two, and these are in no particular order. These are just things I came up with. Okay. Number two, gang members. Yeah, gang members. Yeah, many people idolize the gang members. That's why they join That's why they join gangs, right? Because it's a big deal in many neighborhoods, and those gang members are idolized and worshipped, right? So, a lot of gang members, yeah, they make money. They do some things to get some money. I'm not knocking that. You know, we're not talking about money today. We're talking about what they do. And what do? They terrorize black people. That's what I said. Yes, they terrorize black people. They don't go to white communities and rob them, steal from them, and terrorize their neighborhoods and push drugs around their neighborhoods. They do that to our neighborhoods. And guess what? They're superheroes in our neighborhoods. We all, many of us, want to be just like the gang members. And what do? They terrorize black people. So that should tell you a lot about our culture right there, right? So far, we talked about playing with balls and terrorizing black people. These are our superheroes in our neighborhood. All right, number three, killers. Yeah, people that harm and kill other people in our neighborhood that look just like us or idolized, right? Everybody knows who Little Woody is, right? Everyone knows who Little Woody is. He admitted to the murders that he committed, right? And then when he gets out, right, he goes to court and he's not convicted. What happens? He's idolized. He's on shows. He got major following now because he was a murderer, right? And I'm not attacking him. I'm just telling the truth, right? So what's he known for? He's known for hurting people that look like me, and he's idolized. This is what our culture is now. Follow me, all right? So next, we're going to talk about drug dealers And I talked about this yesterday. There's a guy by the name of Big Meech, which he's getting the whole, this guy's getting the whole concert for coming home. And he polluted our neighborhoods all up and down the Eastern Seaboard and perhaps other places as well, too, right? With drugs that had a major effect on many of us that were growing up, many of our parents, many of our grandparents, right? And many of us are even on drugs. All right. Number 5, we have pimps. Pimp. It was nothing for when I was growing up. People would be like, "Hey, what's up, big pimpin'? What's up, pimpin'?" They would call you pimp, especially if you were around, other women. They would call you pimp. But what do pimps do? What do pimps actually do, guys? What do they do? They actually dominate and mistreat and exploit women. And I'm talking about the women that look just like with the same color as me and you, women that are classified as black, right? Basically enslave them mentally and some physically, right? A lot of women that are on that block that are out there 304ing, right? A lot of them have past of being mistreated, right? Being SA'd, right? Being molested in some type of way, right? They have histories, and a lot of them are victims, right? So look at this guy, right? Don Juan, come on now. He's known to be a major pimp back in Chicago back in the day. And he came up on major fame for exploiting our women and dominating our women and robbing them, right? When I say robbing them, a pimp's job is to collect the money, right? Right? The woman goes out and does her thing, and she's supposed to pay all that money to the pimp, right? Pimping right now, people go to jail for a long time for that because they found out how atrocious and how horrible that crime is to people. But you know what? Those are our superheroes in our neighborhoods. Yes, pimps. We idolize these people just because they have money and because they hurt black people, apparently. Now, all right. Next, drug addicts. Unfortunately, when I was younger, drug addicts were shunned, but now drug addicts are loved by many, and many people aspire to be like drug addicts, right? We're talking about this. This is the example I'm giving is Kodak Black, who's a known drug addict. Now, I'm not knocking his addiction. That's definitely not what I'm doing. But I'm knocking how we aspire to be like someone who is, you know, addicted and not even scared to, to show that he is in front of people. You know what I mean? He'll do drugs right in front of people, right? In fact, he even says that everyone's on drugs, and which many people are. Many people are on some type of drug, right? But that don't mean we should idolize this young man, right? We really should try to find some help for him and try to get him to clean his life up, right? So we idolize things that actually are destroying us and that are actually hurting us and that are actually setting us back. All right. Another one, men that are promiscuous, right? This is Wilt Chamberlain I'm talking about here. He not only was arguably one of the best basketball players there ever was, but he was known for sleeping with over 10,000 women. 10,000 women. Now, what's that saying? That's not saying much, right? Because if you want to talk about black men sleeping with women, they had camps for us to where they were to where back in the day where they stopped slaves from coming into America, they had breeding camps. And they had big bucks like that walking around in stables impregnating black women so they can get pregnant and add to the slave population, right? So this is not really nothing new, right? But think about it. We always had that guy in high school and in college who was very promiscuous, right? And we all wanted to be like that person, right? Or wrong? I think it's right. All right. Now, another one is promiscuous women. I mean, come on. Promiscuous women now? You think about Meg the Stallion, right? You think about um you got Meg the Stallion, you got Sexy Red over here, right? This is becoming a bad thing right here because a lot of our women are starting to idolize these women who are like former strippers. Not only former strippers, just very promiscuous women, and they're idolized, right? So you got women wanting to come up with them, and what are they known for besides having some money? They're known for being promiscuous. They're known for sleeping with a ton of men and moving on like it's nothing. It's getting crazy out here. All right, all right, and number 9. This goes to anyone that has anyone that's rich. Anyone that's rich, we're going to idolize. I'm gonna give an example of John Gotti. John Gotti, what's he known for? He's known for killing people. Yes, he was a mob boss, but really he's known for killing people. He had an underboss named Sammy the Bull who did the job for him, but he actually killed people as well too, right? And he's the one that gave Sammy the Bull all the leadway and all the backing to go around killing the people that he thought needed to be killed. And guess what? He is a legend in the black community, a total legend. Many young people don't know about him now, but when I was coming up, excuse me, when I was coming up, John Gotti was in every rap song. Every rap song. Black people wanting to be like the mob. You even have mob ties in Texas. A bunch of black people claiming to be, they're not no mob. They don't have no control over anything, right? So, all right. And last but not least, last but not least are entertainers. And I'm gonna give Dave Chappelle, Dave Chappelle, very funny guy, right? But where did Dave Chappelle get his real big start from? Where did he get that big check from? The Chappelle Show, right? That's where he really got his major launch from. Now, what was the Chappelle Show about? Hmm? I'll tell you what it's about. It was about making fun of black people. That's what it was about. Most of the show was about making fun of black people on how we respond to being dominated and mistreated in all 10 areas of human activity. Right? That's what the show was about. And we laughed. I mean, I laughed too. A lot of the stuff is funny, but when you really look at it now, it's not funny. He was making fun of us at a time to where we really shouldn't have been made fun of, right? We should have been talked about the things that are happened to us, and someone should have came to try to help us and rectify the problems that we have, right? So these are the type of people that we actually honor in the black community, right? Promiscuity, right? Murderers, right? Junkies, right? And people who make fun of other black people. Forget about the money. Let's talk about what they do. And people who play with balls. How far do you think we're going to get? I mean, come on, how far are we going to get by idolizing these people? How far? We'll be more promiscuous, be able to play with more balls, be able to kill more people, and be able to make fun of more people, right? Now, who should we be aspiring to be? People that are solving problems. The guy who maybe built the business from walking and knocking on each door and asking if you want your lawn cut, and made it into a big business now where he's hiring, tens, 20 of, 50 people in his company. He should be idolized. He should be a hero in our neighborhood. You know, the guy that's curing some type of disease, right? That works for a company or has his own company that's curing some type of disease. he should be looked at and idolized, right? Even the mother who is a single mother who raised her children, and her children are out there now producing things of quality in that same neighborhood, right? They left and they came back to produce quality things in that neighborhood. That mother should be idolized, right? So we got to change the way that we feel about these people, these celebrities. We have to make our own celebrities. We can't let the media, which we don't control, make our celebrities. We need to make our own celebrities. That way, our young ones will want to grow up being like the people that they should aspire to be like, the people that are solving problems and producing things of quality, right? So that's it for today. I hope you guys learned a lesson from this, right? And if I said anything that inspired you or that helped you, please like or subscribe the channel. All right. Improve the damn culture. I'm out of here.